Hi there, my name is Miss Carol, and I want to welcome you. Whether you're an advisory student, senior project, work-based learning, I teach a lot of things in addition to math at iSucceed. So this welcome is for basically my non-math courses, and I want to welcome you and make sure that you know who I am, how to contact me, and that I'm definitely more than some emails and digits on your computer screen. I'm a real person here and eager to help you out. So hopefully some background information will allow you to feel more comfortable with me and willing to reach out if and when you might need help. So first of all, let's just dig right into it with contact information. My first name is Virginia, so you may see that, but typically with iSucceed, I go by Ginny, which is a nickname of Virginia. My email address is gcarol@isucceedvhs.net. I love emails, and I think that that's probably the primary method that I prefer to be contacted by. And if you do email me, I would like you to email me using your school Gmail. It just helps us keep track of things. It keeps it internal. It's easier for me to know exactly who you are. All those things kind of work together really nicely. And then if you're in your Gmail and I'm in my Gmail, we can do really cool things like Google Hangouts and IM chatting and whatnot. So I really encourage you to get on your school Gmail if you haven't already. I do also take phone calls and texts. My phone number is 208-315-2026. I'll go into a little bit more on that in a moment. So email and phone and text would be kind of ways for you to get information or ask questions to me. And then I can get back to you via those methods, but I can also communicate to you via course announcements. So they're not a great method for you to be in contact with me, but they are for me to deliver broad messages to everyone. So please check those regularly. If I'm putting information in there, it's usually information that you need. I don't like wasting time with announcements that are superfluous and that are not going to help you in some way or another. So please check those every time you log in. Okay, so if you are emailing or texting, please note that I also teach math and that I have a lot of students, and I might have many students with the same name. And so letting me know your first name and your last name is really, really helpful for me, and it'll allow me to get back to you in a much quicker manner. And then please address whatever specific concern you have. Make sure you say I'm an advisory student or I'm in your senior project class, whatever that case might be. And then just remember proper netiquette. This would be for me or for any of your iSucceed teachers. Things like all capital letters would be considered shouting, so that might not be the best method of communication. But using emoticons might be a great way to convey that you're really excited about something or that you're really frustrated. So I will post some additional information about proper netiquette, but just go out of your way to be kind, and that probably will get the best results. And I will do the same when I'm communicating to you. Okay, so that was kind of the here's how we're going to do this, but I also now want to give you the background on me and why I'm here and how long I've been here. This is iSucceed's 10th year as a school, and it's also my 10th year as an educator and my 10th year with iSucceed. So my very first year of teaching was iSucceed's very first year in operation, and I can't believe that after this year we will have been operating for a decade. That is pretty cool. I will tell you that I firmly believe you are at iSucceed at the right time. We are doing some great things to help students right now. We're just kind of hitting our stride. I'm very excited about it. And I feel very fortunate to be a teacher with iSucceed. Not only do we have great students and great content, but I work with some of the most professional people that I know. And I feel very, very fortunate to have such talented colleagues. And I feel like you should feel fortunate to have incredible staff working for you and with you. Prior to becoming an educator, I received my degree in chemical engineering from Colorado School of Mines and spent about a decade in various engineering related positions. It was something I really enjoyed, and I will always be thankful for obtaining that engineering degree. But after about 10 years, I did decide that I wanted to make a change, and I felt like engineering would really fill that hole that was kind of missing from my portfolio. And I went back. I was living in Boise at the time, and George Fox University had a satellite campus, and I was able to go back and get my master's in teaching, and actually moved to McCall about that time too. So finished it while I lived in McCall. So then taught for about 9 years, and then just last year I went back to school again, not as a full-time student, but I did take 2 really challenging courses, and I earned my online educator endorsement. It's a relatively new program through BSU, and fortunately for me, the state of Idaho now considers me qualified to be an online teacher. It was a challenging course, and it took a lot of time last year. I'm so glad I did it, but I'm also so looking forward to having a little bit more free time this year. Okay, so I grew up and I currently reside in Red Lodge, Montana. And Red Lodge, Montana is in south central Montana. It is the northeast corner of Yellowstone National Park. So this green area right here is Yellowstone, and we're up here in that northeast corner. You guys over in Idaho are over to our west. You're fantastic neighbors. I lived in both Boise and McCall for a good long time. Love Idaho. Miss it often, but I really feel grateful to live in this wonderful little community that we call home. I have family here and friends from when I was younger, and just am very thankful that my kids get to grow up in such a special place. Okay, so I have been married to my husband Jeff for 18 years. We have 2 daughters. Reese is in 4th grade and Sylvia's in 2nd grade. We also have a dog and cat, and I forgot to mention the cat in the verbiage there, but she's a special little part of our family. She just came to us in at Christmas time. The dog is Roxy and the cat is Cinder, and they get along probably better than anyone in the house. Actually, I don't know if that's totally true, but these are all the special beings in my life. Okay, so in addition to being an educator and being a wife and mother, I have a lot of other pursuits. I love to ski. In fact, that's what brought us to Montana. Not necessarily my love of skiing, but it is how I met my husband. But my husband's job is the sales and marketing director of our local ski area, Red Lodge Mountain. And so we ski as often as we possibly can. We're definitely up there every weekend. Our girls are excellent skiers. This is me on a powder day, and hopefully this is me on every powder day. If it does snow, I do everything in my power to squeeze in a few hours of skiing before I tackle my work responsibilities. In addition to skiing, we love to ride our bikes, run. I love to read. It's pretty much all on my Kindle now, but I do love to read. Watching Netflix. I'm 60 miles away from most major conveniences, so I'm pretty thankful for Amazon Prime. It's an ideal situation that I'm an online teacher because I love figuring out the latest technology and how it can help me as a teacher, but also help me just as a mom. If I can afford it, I'm always looking for the next new gadget. In fact, pretty much everyone in our family is looking for the next new gadget. And then kind of last but not least here, the most satisfying part of this picture is that cup of coffee, because I definitely look forward to that good cup of coffee every day, or maybe 2 or 3. All right. You may be interested to know that we went back and visited Idaho this year at the beginning of June. When Q4 was over, we snuck back over to Boise and McCall and not only visited all our favorite hangouts, but some of our favorite people. And it was a really great vacation. I was so thankful to be able to share so much of what we love in Idaho with our girls. So just a great time, and hope you all had a good summer in Idaho as well. All right. So one thing about me is that I really am a goal-oriented person. I like to challenge myself, set a goal, and then achieve it and kind of move on to the next thing. It keeps me, I feel like I keep that self-improvement cycle going. Last year when I presented this, I had the goal of getting that online educator endorsement and of presenting at an online educator conference. I did both of those, and I was really proud of both of those achievements. So that's why they have the check marks, because it feels really good to check things off your list. I had marathon on there, and I'm not able to check it off my list yet. And one of these days I will. It's okay that it's not checked off, because that means it's a really good, hard goal. For me anyway. I've been plagued with injuries. It will happen. It just hasn't happened yet. Kind of a new goal that I have on this year is remodeling my bathroom. I need to bring it into this millennia. And it's just bugging me that I haven't had time to do it yet. But hopefully, since I'm not doing that online endorsement, I can free up some of that time to just get a bathroom painted. And maybe a couple other things with remodeling it. So I feel like this kind of ties into that marathon idea. It also ties into kind of anything that you could do that might challenge you. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. I didn't get to be a math teacher by just getting it. I had to work really hard at understanding math. I didn't get to be a good skier by just jumping on a pair of skis. I had to go through all the steps of progressing toward becoming a good skier. So pretty much anything that you do, whether you're going to write a novel or you're going to cure cancer, you've got to persist and learn all the steps along the way. And so staying with it, being persistent, I think that you will find that to be one of the most helpful strategies as an I Succeed student. Okay. So from there, the next things that you need to do are to ensure that you've finished your orientation course. So if you're in my advisory, I will be bugging you about this, so please finish that. We have revamped it this year, so there's maybe some things that you should go take a look at to see what's changed. Anytime you have questions about structure or policies with I Succeed, that orientation course is a good place to start figuring things out. And you can go back to it anytime. All right, once you've gotten through that orientation course, get started on your coursework as soon as possible. Things are due in the very, very first week. And depending on your course load, you're going to have between 8 and 14 lessons due every single week. If I'm your advisor, I will be passing that information on to you. If I'm not your advisor, I can still help you, but your advisor is kind of your go-to person for that. So please know in your mind exactly how many lessons you need to do every week in order to get through all of your courses in our very, very short 9-week quarter window. Okay? And then last but not least here, please make sure that you are asking questions. Do not hesitate to ask for help. In the long run, it's going to save you time and it's going to save me time and just make both of our lives easier if you are equipped with all that you need to know up front. So on that note, I am going to leave you with my contact information, and I will very much look forward to hearing from you.